You see, praying to God when you have problems is done across faiths, across religions. It's done in idol worship. That's not unique to a believer in Christ. But praying to God to further his own mission on earth is what the local church should teach us. Virtually all the prayers in the epistles are directed at God's will. And when you look at the Old Testament, the first times we see people pray, they are praying concerning the will of God. Prayers in scriptures are firstly non-personal, non-selfish, before it applies to you at all. Following the rule of Bible truth, we come first. No, we come last or second in the order of priority of prayer. Arguably, the only time Jesus tells you exactly what to pray for in Matthew 9 and 36 through to 38. Matthew tells us that he was, having compassion over the people because they were fainted and scattered abroad, having sheep having no shepherd. Then he says, the harvest is plenteous and laborers are few. Pray ye the Lord of the harvest, that he might send forth laborers into his own harvest. And that's arguably the clearest prayer point that Jesus gave in the four Gospels, which means that prayer is directed primarily towards God's will. So having people come to pray for their problems, to pray to get a job, to pray to get a wife or a husband, is not exactly teaching you how to pray. Your prayer life begins when you are able to pray for others, when your prayer life begins to minister to the lives of people. So when you have a local church that encourages people primarily to be praying about every problem, and every situation, and they think they have a prayer life, they are yet to have a prayer life. A prayer life is prayer is firstly a ministry before it applies to self. So we should watch what we call prayer meetings if they are directed at ourselves, always about temporary things that involve us. Prayer is primarily to fulfill God's cause in the earth.